This smacked of high-level collusion, and that information presumably would come via Len, she thought. Hoped. Jo had visited Mandy at Jack's house earlier and enjoyed a joke at Mandy's expense when she told of her mixed feelings about Len kissing Jack. Mandy was not amused. "What, you think he did?" And Mandy had nodded. As Jo shaped to leave, she whispered behind her hand, looking towards Wilf. "He's drop-dead gorgeous," nudging Mandy, raising her eyebrows. Mandy told her to feck off, but secretly agreed. Wilf was a hunk. But then counselled, so was any man beside Jack. Physically, that was. There was no rush to get to the hospital. She had phoned earlier. He'd had a comfortable night and moved to a room of his own, and would be released after he had been fitted with a shoulder harness. He had requested a pink one. They arrived to learn he was off for his fitting with Jimbo tagging along, and Mandy and Wilf waited in Jack's room. Wilf switched on the TV, flicked the channels to BBC News 24. The running strapline got Mandy's immediate attention. Head of Armed Forces, General Charles Fawcett, found dead. Looking like suicide. Mandy turned to Wilf. "Do you have a secure phone to Delboy?" He nodded, pulled his phone, punched some numbers and handed it to her. "Del, Mandy." "You have? Well, I knew he wanted a pink one. I'm sure he will appreciate it, but that's not why I'm ringing." She listened as Del correctly guessed the reason for her call, and told her Jack had told him what Len had said, and when the body of Fawcett had been found they had been alerted, but it was Jack on the phone this morning who put the scenario the General could have been sorted by Len. Mandy blew up her cheeks and expelled the air slowly through tight lips. "What control do you have on the scene, Del?" He chortled down the phone. "Unfortunately, the local plod has been all over it, and the so-called suicide note we think may have been deliberately leaked to the press." Mandy thought for a while. "Mind if I guess what it said?" Del responded for her to be his guest, and she related that it had to say something like, "The military is being decimated by the cutbacks and is in trouble in the command structure through the ranks. Blah, blah, disaster, blah, blah." Del confirmed she had the sentiment, and he'd had confirmation it will appear in the Sunday papers. It was on the internet already, probably courtesy of Len. He was quiet. "What is it, Del?" "Jack said he wanted the news media to have the story anyway, part of his deal with Len. So I suppose he got his way again." "What was the time of death?" She listened as he chortled. "It was when Len was with you in the hospital. Jack said Len was good, and he is. 2 police officers as an alibi." The phone line was quiet, and she recalled Del's ability to leave the air still, to give time for someone to talk. Not many people can sit in silence. Most police interrogators knew this as well, but few could keep silent themselves. Jack could. She had seen it in operation, and quite impressive it was, too. Ironically, the only time he was quiet. Del was a master, and she relented. "Okay, I'll talk it through with Jack when we get home. Is there anything else we should know? And I appreciate Jack said the next move would be military or financial, but my money, if you'll pardon the pun, was on a financial hit.